Julia Stampin' Spot. Hope you're having a good week. I've had a lot of fun playing with a stamp set called In the Grove and Grassy Grove. And today I'm going to show you a project that lets the designer series paper and the dies from In the Grove do all the work. Not going to do a lot of stamping today, which is real unusual for me. All right, so you're already going to see that I took and I used the die from In the Grove. And it is this beautiful image right here. It just makes me think of winter. And I suppose that was their intention since it's the base of the trees. It could be for summer too, but you don't have your leaves on there. So what I did was I took a piece that was 4 by 5 1/4, and I ran the die through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to get my image. Now, if you were just going to use these inside pieces, you'd want to use an adhesive sheet. But since I've got this nice border here, I don't need to use adhesive sheet on that. My two basic pieces that I almost always have, a 4 by 5 1/4 of white and a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And this is boho blue that I'm using for this piece. So I'm using boho blue and Misty Moonlight. Then I'm using the Thoughtful Journeys Designer Series paper. Like I said, I'm going to let the paper do all the work for me. So I have this piece that is 6 by 6, and I want it to go behind this image. So I have to decide, where do I want to cut this piece? I think I like it right there. I'm going to grab my cutting, my trimmer. All right, so I pulled that off there. All right, so let's see. I think I want to go about like that. So I want this piece to end up to be just a little bit shy of the 4 by 5 1/4 that my outside piece is. So look at that, I think. All right, so I'm sizing it up here again. All right, so I'm going to cut this piece at 5. Beautiful strip there we can use for something else. And then this piece is 4. So I'm going to cut it just shy of 4. So I don't have to worry about it overlapping and being seen from behind. All right. I don't know what it is about this, but I just love this. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to put the adhesive on this piece here, since I have a lot of cutout pieces and stuff on this piece. I'm going to lay this here. So when we turn it over, we get that. Isn't that gorgeous? And what I love is the paper's doing all the work for me. All right, so we're going to go back to the boho blue, and we'll burnish the score line. Do you have your glass mat? If not, you need to add that to your wish list. I love mine. The only thing is the challenge of the spotlight. Oh, isn't that pretty on that side too? Look at that gorgeous paper. You know what? I wanted to pop this up, so I'm going to close my glue, grab my glue dots. I'm sorry, my dimensionals. I think there are so many things you can do with designer series paper to add to your cards. They add so much. I used to be afraid to use my designer series paper because I was always afraid I was going to run out. And I realized I can always buy more. All right. So this piece is going to go here. I could have put a greeting on the front, but to be honest, I did not want to take away from that look. You could put a greeting down here if you wanted, but I chose not to. All right, so to continue the blue images here, I'm taking the trees from the In the Grove and I'm going to stamp them in the misty moonlight. Make sure I get a good image by checking there. Stamp it. And I really want this card so I can use it for anything. So I'm not putting any words anywhere. I don't know about you, but it is so frustrating for me when I have a need for a card and I go in and I have greetings on all of them, but they're not the greetings that I wanted. So I've kind of learned to just wait and add a greeting. I'm ready to send the card or just write my message. Isn't that gorgeous? Then I want to carry that theme through. I'm going to stamp. Forgot to grab my envelope here. Stamp those blue trees on the envelope as well. Right here in the corner. Oop, I pushed too hard. Those of you that I always give a hard time, there you go. I did it too. All right, here we go. So there's my card with the inside there. A beautiful card that I can give to someone for any occasion. All I need to do is stamp a greeting on the inside or write it. Hope you've enjoyed this project. If you don't have the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper and you would like to order it, it's $12.50. If you don't have the In the Grove with the dies, consider getting it. Oh my gosh, I just love this set. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.